Hello everyone, I'd like to talk a little bit today about what dreams are. I think that the dreams are, they have to do with your third eye. They're directly connected to your third eye. And your third eye, holds the mechanisms for, your clairvoyance, which is your ability to see subconscious and unconscious things. There's your clairaudience, where you can hear, subconscious and unconscious things, and clairsentience and so on and so forth. And when we're immersed in our third eye and in those senses, we're in the dream world. And then we define, our level of lucidity in our dreams. We have names for that. When we're aware that we're dreaming and we can take control of it, we call that a lucid dream. Or like there's the different layers, the 5 layers. And then the 5th layer is, the astral realm, as far as I'm concerned. So in these lower levels of dreaming, we have more of our fears are manifesting and we're creating them with our intentions. And as we get to the higher levels, it's more of a spectrum. We can't really say this is the dividing line between a dream and this is the dividing line between the astral realm. It is more of a spectrum. And, as we get more clear-headed, we are approaching the astral realm, which we share with every other person on the planet. We are connected through our dreams. If I'm seeing you in a dream, you're really there. Better believe it. So we're connected through our dreams, and our dreams are connected to each other's vibrations, and we create our dream realities together. We co-create. So a question I've asked myself in the past is, are we just sending these vibrations to dead space, or are these vibrations, mingling with other vibrations that are out there too? And the most important thing I've noticed is that our minds and our third eyes are merging with the internet and using all kinds of vibrations to transmit signals, from landline phones to cell phones to computers to TVs to satellites, to about anything you can think of. So there was this one time I was in the bathroom, and I was in a deep state of meditation. I was lying down in my bathtub, and I pulled the drain, and the suction from the water going down into the drain kind of like pops my ears open, and I get this flood of like TV channels and radio stations like flooding in my ears, like this, like and it was a bit much for me, so I kind of snapped out of it quickly. But it was a really strong indication that my third eye was that this kind of information was going into my head all the time, and I wasn't even aware of it. So the 2 most powerful means of transmitting vibrations these days on a kind of a subconscious third eye level that people are kind of hitching a ride on, we could say, are the internet's most popular sites. It's Twitter and Facebook. So I've been to both the dream worlds of Facebook and Twitter. Like, I've actually kind of hacked into these vibrations that have been sent around through people's third eyes and their computers and their phones. So Twitter, they're, deep down, everyone is a spiritual being, and in their dreams, they are spiritual beings to the core. And in Twitter, most of the people on there are mostly women who, are kind of waking up, who are getting more conscious, and they're forming all kinds of networks. And their main goals is, restoring balance of masculine and feminine. So they're primarily concerned with getting people together, to getting, soulmates together and finding true love for people. So what I saw in this Twitter, Facebook world was, kind of this long, kind of metaphorical, like, hallway that, like, connected these different people to their, respectful dream worlds. There's kind of these women walking down the halls with all these papers flying around, and people are like coming up to each other, and there's all this gossip. There's lots and lots of gossip. It's kind of like there's like this pecking order there, where like the stronger, more affluent women are taking more control over what's going on. Lots of girls there are watching the people that they're in love with, the people that they care about in the real world, taking pictures just like on Facebook, of their moments, of their great moments. They're watching constantly, and they really care about people's higher selves, basically. Another network that I've hacked into, or I've gained access to, is like CIA data books. All that information is flying around, and we can access with our consciousness. Um, some people are kind of paranoid about the government watching them. Like, we have all these surveillance cameras and all over the place, and the government has, human data books and stuff. But really, people are slowly hacking into this stuff with their minds. All Anonymous had to do was apply the slightest pressure on, the internet that was disconnected from the people's internet, and we slipped in with our minds. That technology basically belongs to the people in the first place. The government, they're not going to keep control of it because it already belongs to us. And then I'd like to talk about realities that have been created by religious networks and such. People have created dreamscapes or astral realms that are literally, the fulfillment of their own religious texts. Maybe there's literally a Christian hell that people have created where the archangel Lucifer resides over. I've been to purgatory. I'm going to talk about that in a future video. There's all kinds of heavens and all kinds of hells that people have been creating and that we can access with our mind also. So that's been pretty heavy, and that's where I'm going to leave you off. There's a few of my links in the drop bar. Check out my music if you haven't. I've got a radio show at Tuesdays at 3:30. I've got a link for that there. So I'll catch you guys next. When I catch you guys next, peace out.